Hi guys, welcome to Kickstart Bodybuilding Edition. For those of you who don't know, my name is Ivana Haynes and this year I'm training to compete in my first ever bodybuilding competition. And this podcast is where I share my learnings week by week on the road to stage. So we are 27 weeks out and this week I learned a really hard lesson about motivation. It was a good lesson, but it was hard because I was going through a hard time. So what happened was I went through something in my personal life and it really challenged and tested me emotionally. It was probably the first time I'd felt really emotionally tested since I started with my coach. And when this happened, I just felt so overwhelmed. I just felt like I didn't want to train. I didn't want to eat on plan. I didn't want to do any of the things in my routine that I'm supposed to be doing to get to stage. And I felt all my old kind of habits of comfort kind of come knocking at the door. Like I wanted to have a wine. I wanted to go out with the girls and party. I wanted to have a sweet treat, just all of these things I wanted to do. But because I couldn't engage with it, I actually just had to sit with it and then look at the situation and be like, what the fuck is going on here? And I just realized I was just trying to get away from my feelings because I was so sad. So what did I do instead? I woke up the next morning. After this thing had happened, I woke up the next morning and I went to the gym and I cried all the way to the gym and I cried pretty much through every single set. I was there doing overhead shoulder press, literally the tears running down my face. Got on the treadmill to do my cardio, cried some more, and pretty much cried the whole day. I'm just a girl at the end of the day. But you know what else I did? Went to the gym, did my cardio, got my steps in, drank my 4 liters of water, ate on plan. I did all the things that I was supposed to do while feeling like absolute shit, while having literally no motivation to do any of that. And this is what it taught me. You actually don't need motivation to do anything. I think a lot of people, myself included, until I really learned this lesson for myself, I was one of these people and I would wait for motivation to do things. And through this experience of going and doing all the things that I needed to do while I was feeling like shit and literally like so sad, I realized that it's actually the reverse. Motivation lies on the other side of doing things. So we wait for motivation to do things, and that's why we can't be consistent at literally anything, because motivation doesn't last always because we're human beings and our emotions fluctuate, right? But no matter what, if you do something, you will feel some sort of satisfaction and motivation on the other side. This is how that played out. I went to gym, felt like shit, cried the whole time. And then I was like, I'm here, might as well do the cardio now. Do you know what I mean? Like I was like, we've done the gym workout, let's do the cardio. And I've done the strength and the cardio. Now I'm like, well, obviously I'm not going to eat like shit today and waste these gains, And then I was eating and I was like, well, might as well you keep the water intake up. We're here now. We've practically done all we need to do. We might as well commit to the day. And then I got to the end of the day and I was like, shit, girl, you did that. You did that feeling like shit. You did that while you were down in the dumps. You don't need motivation to do things. You actually just need to do things, and that will help you feel motivation. But I also think that if you do anything for long enough, consistently enough, there will be days where you just don't want to do it. I don't give a fuck if you love this sport with your entire heart. You're a human being. Your emotions are going to go up and down. Your hormones are going to go up and down. There's going to be shit that's happening in your life. There are going to be days where you just don't feel like doing it. And it's important to recognize that you actually don't have to feel good to do the things that you need to do. You don't need to feel happy. You don't need to feel chomping at the bit. A lot of the times that I'm walking into the gym, I'm chomping at the bit to train. I'm just like, oh, I'm so gassed. I'm so happy to be here. That's not every day. Like I've been training quite consistently for a long time now. And I know that there are days where I literally just can't be asked, where it just feels like I'm just going through the motions. Like obviously I'm training and pushing, but emotionally what it's giving me, nothing. What I want you to take away from today is that you can still do the things that you need to do. You can still keep the promises to yourself, regardless of how you feel. And if you're a person that's concerned with motivation, retrain your brain to think about motivation, and not as a driver to do things, but doing things as a driver to get motivation. Because if you feel like shit, I guarantee if you get up and go do the thing that you need to do, you will feel a sense of accomplishment and motivation building up on the other side. That's just the facts. So that's what I learned this week. Thanks for listening. It's just short and sweet, guys. Just short and sweet like me. I hope that you listen next week on week 26 on the road to stage. All right. Also, just bearing in mind, and I feel like I need to say this because I hear other people who do podcasts say this, like, I'm not a professional, okay? I'm just talking about my experience. You do with the information what you will. This is not professional advice, okay? Okay, bye.